I just got my first job, and it's been 2 weeks. I finally got a job. I finally got a job and took that first step. And it was different than what I had thought. I thought a job it'd be easy, it'd be nothing. Like, it's whatever. People, it's overrated. And to a sense, it kind of is, but to another sense, it's completely different than what I had thought. Previously, I had just worked in a construction company with my dad, and that's very different to a job. And I realize that now. I thought I was prepared because I had done all these hard things. I ran a marathon, I was in wrestling, I did construction. But when I got into this job, I was like, damn, this is very different. This is like a different type. It's not the same hard as running a marathon. It's not the same hard as being in wrestling. It's not the same hard as doing construction. But it's a different type of hard with everything that I've done. I can't compare the hard of being in wrestling conditioning to the hard of running a marathon. It's very different. When I was running the marathon, it was like, oh my, like my body was just giving out on me, and I just had to push through my mind. And in wrestling, it was just pushing through my mind, but it was a different type of hard where it was like, okay, it's just more like I felt my whole body, and it's not my legs giving out on me. It's more like my whole body. I can't literally breathe. But when I got to my job, I realized that this is much harder than I thought. And I realized that my responsibility is to do this, and then I had to go over here. But if I did this, I'd be behind on over here, and they call my name for this, and it was just constant. And every day for the first 2 weeks, I felt like quitting every single day that I went because I was done. I was tired. I didn't want to do it anymore. But then I realized that this is where most people would quit. This is what hard is. But then I realized even more. If I'm complaining that this is hard, think about the people above me who need to work 3 times as much. I think about my dad who works even harder than this. I don't even work 8 hours. I work 6 hours, and I was already complaining and crying that this was hard. The people above me in the position, they work even harder. They have to put even more hours. My dad, he puts even more hours so that he can provide for my family. But as I realized, I was like, okay, I just need to man up. I need to stop being a little baby. Yes, it's hard, but this is life. It has to be hard. And if I can't do this simple thing of hardness, if I can't do this simple job that is difficult, but as I got through the first 2 weeks, I learned and things got easier, and I was able to adjust to everything. I realized that the managers up there, they have to work even harder than I work. And if I can't do this simple task right now, then I won't ever be able to make it even higher in whatever it is I'm trying to achieve. I want to start a business, and if I can't even do this simple job for 6 hours and complain and want to quit, that means I'm not destined to be a great business owner. If I want to become a great business owner, I have to work even harder, even 10 times as harder. And I realize if I quit now, I won't ever make it past. And if I have to suffer through this little bit of hard, it's okay because it'll grow me as a person. I'll learn new skills. I'll learn to be more resilient. I'll learn to be a better person and grow as a person. First job, it was a crazy experience. I thought it was gonna be easier, but it wasn't. I thought I was prepared, but I wasn't. But I'm glad I got into this job. I'm glad I did because I've learned so much already about myself, about work. As I keep working, I know I'll learn even more, and I'll become even greater, and the job will become easier. I'll become more accustomed, and I'll find my rhythm. I'll be faster. I'll be more efficient. But it all starts with this section of suck that I'm going through right now, so I can become better. And I have to just keep pushing and stay in this job for a little bit. That way I can accumulate some money and move past this section, so I can move forward into my career, into my future, and I can become even better. But I just have to suffer for a little bit, and I have to learn and realize, you know what? This isn't even suffering. This isn't even half of it. This is less than half of the suffering that I'll go through, because in the future I'll have to work even harder, even more hours, much more responsibilities. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it because I know that I could do it. I know I could do it. I know I can put in the work. I know that even though this is hard, I will become even better. I'll learn and I'll grow from this. And that's my experience with my My first job was definitely a treat, and I'll just keep trying my best, and I'll use more opportunities so I can grow. So one day I can become a great person, a great man. And that is all I strive to be. Like and subscribe. Remember, strive for improvement, not perfection. Work your absolute hardest and become the greatest you.